Hello, Bravenstorm here, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we attacked the Qunari in the Deep Roads and blew up all their stuff, causing the entire area to flood as we made our escape. They had a lot of the Gatlock explosive there, and as it turns out, the part of the Dragon's Breath plan that the Vidasala was working on was to infiltrate Halamsharal and rig it with explosives and kill all these leaders of Southern Thedas in one blow. Is a prelude to attack, potentially. We're still not entirely sure. So, we managed to thwart that, but now we need to go deal with the Vidasala herself, or themself? I really don't know the gender. Then we need to deal with the Exalted Council as well. So we'll see how this all plays out. But we need to go find an alluvion near a bookshelf to find our target.
How's it been?
Is it this alluvion through here? I guess. This is the bookshelf that is spoken of? And I was just thinking, someone needs to go find Meryl from Dragon Age 2 and bring her here. There's like 3 of these alluvions here that, she was so interested in. But let's go ahead and enter the alluvion and figure out what's going on. Same deal. We'll bring in Rainier as the tank. We'll definitely bring in Bull because he's been very good to have during this whole quest line. Do we still want Vivian? Yeah, we'll do Vivian. She's our Legion. And she's also very good at improving the survivability of my entire crew. Oh, I just saw a new path forming in the distance. And there goes some Qunari.
What is that?
Everyone wants me to, I had this thing to examine. And, we remark on it, but nobody ever says anything about it, or nothing has ever come of it yet. Well, here's another one. Lots of books. Books in the Crossroads. A book from the Crossroads. Its pages are filled with numbers and letters splattered around the page in random order, like writing in a dream. Every other book on its shelf is filled with the same nonsense script. In certain lights, the letters appear to shift slightly out of the corner of the eye.
An alluvion marked by a bookshelf. This should be it.
Good. Time to get some answers from the Vidasala.
What's this? This slim journal was tucked into a bookshelf in the Crossroads, as if left for someone to find. Each entry is in a different hand. I've dropped rocks off a dozen ledges. I've not heard one hit bottom. This place has no bottom. Do not be here if you have no tasks here. An entry in Kunlad follows. Emmet missed the rendezvous. He said he was scouting the lower ledges on orders. Another entry in Kunlad follows. Understood, no one's to go near that mirror. What's this? Map of the Crossroads. This unsigned note was tucked to a bookshelf in the Crossroads as if left for someone to find. Do not stray from the marked paths. There are many mirrors. Some lead to danger. Do not linger longer than you must. The bottom is a crude map of floating islands, some of which seem impossible to reach. This place has no bottom. I can agree with that. Because this place isn't exactly real. Alright, let's go.
Is this some sort of old elven library?
There are traces of some ancient magical catastrophe in the air.
Let's hope we can track down the Vidisala in all this.
Alright, let's see what we have here. Vir Dirthara. Exile the Forbidden Ones. The pages of this book, Memory, show the blazing forms of the Evanuris banishing a howling spirit from the reaches of the Fade that touch their lands. A voice rings out, stern and imperial. For abandoning the people in their time of greatest need, for casting aside form to flee to where the earth could not reach, we declare Zebenkek and others of her ilk exiled from the lands of the Evanuris. Beware, their familiarity with shape allows them to travel paths unaided. They may be bound, but only the protection of your gods will fully shield you from their malice. They are forbidden from the earth, that is our right. Okay. Vir Dirthara, Homecoming. The pages of this book, Memory, describe an elf approaching a city of glass spires so deeply blue they ache. The city's outskirts are wrapped in lakes of mist, and figures stroll along the pearly glowing strips as if they walked on solid ground. Groves of trees woven into enormous parks shelter elves in quiet hollows, while other elves walk below a river churning along an invisible shoal in the air. The scene hums with quiet talk and contentment as the Memory's maker reaches the city's gate, already thrown open wide. Okay. Vir Dirthara, Signs of Victory. The pages of this book or memory describe a monument made in a single afternoon by 1,000 toiling servants swarming over a lump of fallen stone as large as a collapsed mountain. By the end of the day, the stern figure of Elgar'nan stands down into a valley, carved out from the foothills of the rock. The slaves have disappeared, light radiates from the Eidolon's narrowed eyes and its open, snarling mouth. Hail Elgar'nan, first among the gods, mark his victory eternal. Okay, we are still in the crossroads.
Visitors, patrons, welcome. The halls are open.
What are you?
I am study. I am a learning thirst. Come, know what has not been lost. New words, new stories. The Qunari would not approach, but we learned their words as well. If you wish to exchange knowledge, they congregate by the lower gate.
What's Vidisala doing here?
I'm looking for a Qunari called Vidisala. Do you know what she wants here?
Vidisala, yes. She uses scholars and mages for study. They fear this place, but they seek to know the Veil.
The Veil?
What does Vidisala want to know about the Veil?
I regret I do not have more information. I am sundered from myself. If you discover another one of me nearer the Qunari, I may know more. Kindly give it my greetings. I have not thought with myself for some time.
And what is this place?
What do the old elves use this place for?
This is the Vir Dirthara, the living knowledge of the Empire. The libraries of every city, the wisdom of every court. A connecting place whose paths are in disarray.
Why are the paths in disarray?
What put this place into disarray?
The Vir Dirthara was made with world and fade. When they sundered, so did we. Paths broke, knowledge fragmented, many were trapped. I preserved their last words.
What last words?
What were these old elves' last words?
What happened? Where are the paths? Where are the paths? God save me. The floor is gone. Do not let me fall. Do not let me... On this spot, that is all.
Thanks. Really paints a picture.
Can you share your knowledge?
There must be thousands of years of history here. There must be so much you can teach us.
I will try to record Honored Patron, but there are gaps, breaks. Greetings, laughter, Ema Enasal, forms out of air, light, memories. And yet there are so many broken paths at every... Missing. I cannot. There is no more. Apologies. I knew all once. We knew. With the break, only fragments or knowledge new since the fall.
Alright, let's go.
We'll be going now.
Know this. An unknown person, not of the Qunari, recently woke the librarians.
An unknown person. Could this be our agent of Fen-Harel?
The librarians facilitated learning before the fracture, before the fall. Now, beware them. They are unwell.
Okay, that doesn't sound entirely good.
There. Qunari. On that upside-down island.
Interesting. Alright. Discharge.
Cleared some of the steps. Let's look around for more. The inverted alluvion must lead to the Qunari.
The inverted alluvion. I assume I probably can't make that jump. Making sure I don't miss anything. Okay, well, let's head through the alluvion.
Interesting. The anchor is reacting adversely to elven magic.
It doesn't hurt when I cast spells. What's causing this?
I haven't the slightest, my dear. Keep an eye on it.
We have multiple supply caches here. That doesn't bode well. Verderthara, a flowing imago. The pages of this book describe an immensely tall, immensely graceful vine that flowers with the heat of a copper sunset and has blossoms as large as ponds, petals as long as a man, and scents puffing out like citron and sky and carrion death. The day the last of the vine's folds, spent and extinct, the creator of this memory weeps, and after recording the flower's sights and sounds, enters Euthenera. Treasure this thought, for it was the last of its kind, and so much more than the last of me. See, the thing is, the anchor is elven magic, so... Alright, the pages of this book describe a pair playing, colliding in the air, bodies formed for kissing, stroking, lines of heat as molten as the sun. The dance is fluid, roiling, never-ending, lovers tangled in a laughing knot that rolls on for years. A promise never to be parted, whatever ages come. An annoyed thought intrudes from one who marked this memory after it was recorded. By the gods, find a private chamber. Alright, there's an alluvion, but I'm gonna explore this area a little bit more. Oh, there's some Gatlock barrels. what's this? Alright, the pages of this book show a solemn group of elves in an amphitheater of living wood. Entire trees grown into seats and stairs for the listeners to recline on. Two other elves in a spirit of learning are speaking in turn on ways to bend the properties of the material world when casting spells. At the end, the spirit, with the air of a senior lecturer, floats forward and booms in a surprisingly deep voice. The unchanging world is delicate. Spells of power invite disaster and annihilation. The unchanging world is stubborn. The pull of the earth fiercely resists making fire run like water or stone rise like mist. The unchanging world rings with its own harmony. Listen with fearless hearts, and great works will unfold. What's this? The pages of this book show a narrow plateau on top of a mountain. Two armored figures, one in gold, one in black, are fighting in the snow. Steel flickers so fast the air hums. Blood dots the ground. They do not stop for breath. The one in black makes no sound as a blade parts his throat. Mythal in her wisdom interceded in an argument between Elgar'nan and Felindin. With clever words, she convinced them to settle their grievance through a battle of their champions. Elgar'nan and Felindin agreed and set their champions against each other rather than declare war among the gods. May those nights long be remembered and Mythal's wisdom praised. Okay, here's another alluvion. Alright, well, let's just go through. Fade-touched honeycomb. Is that all that was over here, or...? Examine.
These Qunari are dead, but there's not a mark on them.
Wide eyes, and that look on their faces. I'd almost say they were scared to death.
Archivists.
Welcome, welcome. Listen to the last words of those who lived past the fall. How could the dread wolf cast a veil between the world that wakes and the world that dreams? The Evenuris will send people. They will save us. When have you last heard from the gods? When the veil came down, they went silent. What is this veil? What has Fen'Harel done?
Are these records saying Fen'Harel created the veil between our world and the Fade?
They're saying some guy just made the veil? We must have been ass deep in demons before then.
Impossible. If there was a time the Veil didn't exist, there would be some mention of it in human history.
Interesting. I think this is one of the places we need to be. Alright, what is this? Heart and Hightown chapter something something? By Varric Tethras. Probably won't read that. It's a little bit too long. What do we have here? Vir Durthar, the deepest Fade. The pages of this book are instructions on how to reach the deepest parts of the Fade, realms so far removed they're unmarked by dreamers. Epiphany requires a mind smooth as mirror glass, still as stone. Put aside 10 years for practice and the next 100 for searching. What others have learned will ease your journey. Those who never manifested outside the Fade will find it easier to find its stillest roots. When it is rare, the compulsion overtakes our brethren of the air. Vir Durthar, raising the Sonalium. Pages of this book describe a heated argument between a group of well-dressed elves inside an elaborately arched pavilion on an island floating in a void. In the distance, hallowed by a blizzard of light, thousands of elves are maintaining an elaborate magical ritual that pulls raw essence from the Fade, funneled into a sphere in the air. Through the lens of the sphere can be seen a world of indigo waterfalls and rust-red jungles, and a temple palace so frescoed and cleverly carved is a masterpiece in itself. The well-dressed elves' shouting grows so loud it can be heard over the magic. One leaps at another, howling and pulling out a knife, burning with prismatic flame. Architects of the Grand Sonalium, a gift from blessed Silays to clever June, as thanks for a great favor, in friendly debate over the color of the palace's roof trim. Alright, what do we need to do here? Ah, there it is.
These blocks are heading toward that upside-down alluvion.
Creepy. Helpful, but creepy.
Why are these stairs going where we want them to?
It's a place of learning. Maybe this Vir Durthar is helping us find what we need.
Now it's even weirder.
Okay, so I think we need to head back. I'm all turned around. Oh, there it is. Oh, hi guys. Oh, come on. Don't have enough for the big artillery strike. Alright, are they all dead? Yep, they're all dead. Alright, so where was the alluvion that led here? That's the one that leads to the other area. Ah, here. Hold on. Alright, here's the central area. Anchor blast. Discharging the anchor now deals damage to nearby enemies.
The anchor again. Are you alright?
The pain stopped.
Very interesting. Alright, broken tower.
More dead Kunari with terrified expressions.
Another spirit.
Welcome, and listen to the last words of those who walked this place. If we get out of here, I will end Fen'Haral. After he held back the sky to imprison the gods, the dread wolf disappeared. Lies. We must tear down the Veil, the cities, the pathways. Without magic, they're crumbling. You're wasting your time. Fen'Haral's Veil has turned our empire to ruins.
So the ancient elven empire collapsed because the Veil weakened magic?
Like damming a river. Rely on it for water all your life. What happens when it disappears?
An empire run on more magic than we have ever seen. Perhaps it's best its little secrets remain lost.
Discovered Scholar's Retreat. Listen to Iron Bull.
Floating crap, magic mirror crap, evil demon crap. This is like the Fade, only with falling to your death on top. When this is over, I'm gonna need somebody to hit me with a stick again. Next time we get the gang back together, let's do a dragon instead. Dragons are fun.
Dragons are fun. I can agree to this. Listen to Vivienne.
Look at all of this. What a pity.
You mean the library or the books?
Actually, I meant the elves. To build an entire empire on the foundation of magic.
They couldn't have known that the magic would one day dry up.
The elves trusted completely that the world as it was would never change. This rubble is the legacy of that trust. Empires fall and regimes change, Inquisitor. Do make sure you're still standing when the dust clears.
I saw something here. Read. These loose pages are scattered about as if abandoned in a great hurry. Algebraic-looking formula crawl along the pages, spiked with dense annotations in Kunlot.
This looks like technical notes. What did the Kunari come here to learn?
They're real technical. I can't make out any either. Something about magic. That's it.
The theorems are familiar. The Kunari are wrestling with abstracted magical theory.
What is this? When the dread wolf's gaze is bright, light burns in a ring of the dead. Okay. Wolf's gaze is bright. What about here? All I know is that stuff pretty much kills you. Oof. Now, is there some way of getting rid of that fire? Most gaze is bright. Light burns in a ring of the dead. I don't know what that means. What I could do is just run through it. I'm not gonna need those supply caches. Requires veil fire. Alright. Light burns in a ring of the dead. Treasure of the Wolf. The pages of this book warn of a terrible danger. A wolf with slavering black jaws and pits for eyes. The Evanuris, the elven gods, stand in a ring around it as if preventing it from attacking. Beware the forms of Fen'Harel. The dread wolf comes in humble guises, a wanderer who knows much of the people and their spirits. He will offer advice that seems fair, but turns slowly to poison. Remember the price of treason, and keep in your heart the mercy of your gods. Where's Veilfire? Assuming that provides Veilfire somewhere.
That should be enough stairs. Let's see if we can reach the inverted Alluvion now.
Oh. Well, there we go. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Well, I didn't even know this was down here. But we are at the end of the episode here. Let me just go back through the Alluvion. I'm guessing there's probably going to be something nasty. Oh, more Qunari. Alright, unload this on them. That's nice. I like that. Ah. Alright, got him. Through the Alluvion.
They're the librarians?
I figured there was going to be something not good here. Hit the supply cache. Oh, and there's little spider thingies too. Jeez. Oh, come on, man. At least need to start getting one of them down. Gotta get the librarians down. Oh, come on. Either I mean, Vivian must have got me up.
Siran Viramalas, Shivera.
Alright, unload, unload. I think one of them is down. Two of them are down. And the third is down. Holy crap. Don't think I'm gonna loot all these spider bodies. Alright, well. Everybody top off as best you can. Replenish supplies. And okay, now we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.